Welcome back, explorers, as we continue our tour of the bees in Oregon. Today, we will start with a quick review of pollination, and then learn about the difference between fruits, vegetables, and seeds, meet the green metallic sweat bee and the longhorn bee, and check out 2 food hero recipes you can try yourself. Follow me. In our first lesson, we learned about how bees transport pollen from one flower to another. Who remembers what this process is called? If you said pollination, you're correct. When the pollen from one type of plant gets transferred to a flower from the same type of plant, fertilization can happen, which leads to the formation of seeds and sometimes fruit. Did you know all fruits start as flowers? Let's use an apple as an example to learn more about the process of how fruits grow. After the flowers of some plants have been pollinated by bees, the flower grows around the seed and forms a fruit. As the pistil grows into a fruit, it also grows seeds. The seeds are protected by the fruit as it grows. Let's watch this closely. Most fruits have seeds in them, such as apples, cherries, blackberries, pears, even peppers and tomatoes too. These are just some examples. I bet you can think of more foods that have seeds. In nature, fruit helps plants spread their seeds for miles. Animals come to the plant to eat the tasty fruit and then can travel great distances before pooping the seeds out. From these seeds, new plants can grow. Fruits are just one part of the plant we eat. We call other plant parts vegetables, and they include roots, leaves, stems, and even flower buds. Examples of vegetables are lettuce, beets, and asparagus. Even though they are technically fruits because they have seeds inside, tomatoes, green beans, peppers, and squashes are usually called vegetables. This is because they have many of the same nutrients as vegetables, and we use them as vegetables in meals. What are some other vegetables you can think of? Just like fruits and vegetables, seeds are another part of a plant we sometimes eat. Can you think of some seeds we can eat? There are so many different seeds we can eat, like sunflower or pumpkin seeds. Did you know beans such as kidney and black beans are seeds too? Seeds are packed with nutrients our bodies can use because they have those nutrients stored inside them to grow into a plant. Whether we call them fruits, vegetables, or seeds, the plant parts we eat are full of different nutrients, and we need bees to help them grow. Can you guess what time it is? It's time for Bees of the Day. Meet the green metallic sweat bee. They belong to the genus Agapostemon. Sweat bees are medium-sized bees and have a brilliant metallic green color. Sweat bees get their name from the fact that they collect salt by licking the sweat of mammals, like cows. Tasty. They also pollinate the flowers of many plants that people grow, as well as many wildflowers. These bees love open and flat-shaped flowers, such as daisies, dandelions, wild roses, and blackberry and apple flowers. They especially love purple asters, a plant grown by many Oregon nurseries. When you grow flowers, you help feed the bees that make your food. Here's another one of my friends, the longhorn bee. They belong to the genus Melisodes. Longhorn bees are beautiful, dark-colored, medium-sized bees. They are incredibly fuzzy, with yellow, black, or white hairs. Female longhorn bees have large hairs on their back legs to carry pollen. Longhorn bees got their name because the males have extremely long antennae. Bees in the genus Melisodes only visit plants in the sunflower family. Planting sunflowers in your community and watching the blooms is the best way to find these bees in Oregon. Thanks to the hard work of my friends, here are 2 food hero recipes you can try making at home: garden herbal tea and cranberry oatmeal balls. Before you make this recipe at home, be sure to ask an adult for help and wash your hands by scrubbing with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. The flowers of many common herbs such as rosemary, thyme, basil, and mint provide excellent food for bees like the sweat bee. Herbs also help make our food taste better. One of the simplest ways to enjoy fresh herbs is by adding them to your favorite beverage. Try Food Hero's Garden Herbal Tea and thank a sweat bee for pollinating the delicious herbs. We learned that the longhorn bees love visiting and pollinating sunflowers. Did you know that you can find up to 1,000 seeds in just one sunflower head? Enjoy Food Hero's Cranberry Oatmeal Balls, an easy, no-bake treat with a little extra sunflower seed crunch, provided by the longhorn bees of Oregon. Be sure to check out foodhero.org/bees to learn more about Oregon bees and the difference between fruits, vegetables, and seeds. You can also find the garden herbal tea and cranberry oatmeal ball recipes, as well as some fun activity sheets. Great job today, explorers! You earned your green metallic sweat bee and longhorn bee stamps. Stay tuned next time when we will talk more about Oregon bees and all of the different fruit and vegetable plants they help pollinate. Until next time, be well.